Yo, so I was looking at the news, and they were talking about the HBCUs, historically black college universities, are receiving these bomb threats. I remember a couple weeks back they were getting bomb threats. And one of the HBCUs that's located here in Charlotte, North Carolina, called Johnson C. Smith University, and it's crazy. Now, some of you all may disagree with what I'm about to say, but it is what it is. It's crazy, like who's ever, calling in and trying to scare these students, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand, like, isn't black on black crime good enough? Isn't good enough that, we're so disorganized as a race? That we really hold no power. We're getting beat over the head by the cops, shot and killed in broad daylight by the cops, and at night. Isn't it good enough that we kill our own people? Like, aren't we doing a good enough job to the point where you don't even have to scare us? You don't have to call in for no bomb threats or nothing like that. How are we a threat? That's what I'm trying to understand. These black kids are trying to get an education in order to further assimilate into the system that was designed by white America. So I'm just trying to understand what is your true purpose behind that. You understand? I can understand, and I'm talking to the people that's calling in and scaring these students. I can understand if these black colleges were teaching anarchy. I can understand if they were teaching these black kids to run up in Capitol Hill and do the shit that you all got away with. I can understand that. I can understand you. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I can understand you calling and talking about some bomb threats or whatever have you. But how are black people that are trying to get an education a threat to you? Now, I know what other black people are gonna say. Well, how is it not a threat? Black people with education means that, we can go up on a totem pole. Nah, not necessarily true. You want to know why? Because if you're filling out a job, job application to any type of corporation, right? And you put down Howard, that doesn't say anything. For real. But if you replace that Howard college degree that you got with Harvard, that's saying a lot. That speaks volumes. So most of these jobs don't even acknowledge these black college degrees that black people receive from black colleges. Like, I'm just trying to understand, isn't systemic racism good enough? Redlining, the list goes on. Isn't it good enough? You know what I'm saying? This guy, three rappers, no, 2 rappers and 1 dancer got shot and killed this week. Newski, I can't say he got shot and killed because we don't know what's going on with them now. You know what I'm saying? Nas Blicky and T-Dot Wu or something like that. That was the dancer. 3 of them. You know how many rappers have been killed in the last 2-3 years? That's not good enough for you? And this is not a joking matter. I'm laughing because I'm just trying to understand, like, why you all calling in these bomb threats. Like, what do you fear? Black people are the most docile race on the planet. We don't threaten anyone. We're not a threat, period. You see what Jam Master Jay, this organizer, this guy, that brought together this gun club, this black gun club or whatever. You see the mess he's in? You see how disorganized he is as a leader? Like, Like, we have no military. We don't have any organized, like, organizations, a militia, something like that. We don't have a Proud Boys like you all do. Black people, I'm saying in general, for the most part, black people scared of guns. It's your culture. Because I know the ones that's calling in are white. So it's your culture. It's part of your culture that you raise your children up to know how to shoot just about any type of handgun and rifle. It's in your culture to be prepared and ready for war. It's not in a black man and black women's or black families, or black household or black house culture to do that. We're raising our children to put down the guns. We're raising our children, when we take our children to church, when we tell our children to believe in Jesus Christ, we're raising our children, or rather teaching our children to turn the other cheek like Jesus did. So I'm trying to understand, like, how are we actually a threat? And you can look at my channel and you can sit back and say, man, we definitely gonna have to do something about, stopping from this guy, from having him, saying certain things because he's sparking the minds, the hearts and the minds of the people. Oh, no. Look at my views. Look how many people are subscribed to this channel. I am not a threat. And most black people don't even want to fuck with me. It's just that plain and simple. To be truthful with you, most black people don't even like the truth. That plain and simple. So I'm just trying to understand, what is the purpose behind you calling these black colleges, because they have no threat. There's no threat against white supremacy at all. I don't recall any HBCUs having gun ranges and teaching black people how to shoot. I don't recall any HBCUs telling the students that if you're over 21, in some states over 18, that you have the right to practice your Second Amendment, which is to bear arms. I don't recall any HBCUs having CCW classes. I don't recall any HBCU teaching people that shit or having classes about that. In other words, you have nothing to fear. Nothing at all. And it's no disrespect towards black people. It is what it is, and you know it. White people know this truth, right? White people know this reality. You can definitely sleep well at night because we pose no threat. And people like me that tell the truth, I am considered in the black race a lulu crazy. Most good old black people go to work 9 to 5, get off, go to church, and they mind their goddamn business. Matter of fact, they vote. I don't know for what reason. It's crazy, the irony of this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about black colleges, and I just heard on the news that not on black news, that is, the Biden administration still hasn't given that money that they said that they were going to give to the HBCUs. That they promised to give a certain amount of money to these HBCUs, and they haven't as of yet. And I'm sitting here saying, well, here we go again. They playing black people again. Once Biden got his vote and he's now the president of the United States, you know what he says about black people? Two black people? Fuck them. Fuck y'all. I got what I wanted now. I'm just trying to understand. Don't worry about nothing. Stop calling on bomb threats and shit like that. Black people ain't gonna do shit. We ain't going back to Africa. We just gonna be just turn the other cheek from sun up to sundown. That plain and simple. We gonna continue killing one another, and there's gonna be a separation between the young and the old. There's always gonna be a separation between the woman and the black man. In other words, we spend most of our energy and time arguing and fighting and feuding with one another, while you, Mr. White Man and my white woman, run rampant and do whatever the fuck you want to do around the fucking planet. White supremacy is and will always be here. That plain and simple. You want to know why? Because you all are strategic. You know that this all is a race. Literally. That's why y'all called it race, because it is a race. And white people are always going to win that race. They're always going to cross that finish line first. Why? And this is what I respect. I'm not going to lie. So some of y'all are going to be like, damn, Langston, you respect. Yes, goddammit. And I would do it too. Matter of fact, I have. White people will cheat in order to win the race. Black people are going to be honest. There's a reason why we always come in last. We always think that, you know what, next race, we got to train harder, we got to do this 10 times harder, and da-da-da-da-da. While white people ain't doing that. They just cheating. And they winning the race. And black people just still on that bullshit. Still on it. You got to work 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? You got to train 10 times harder. The next race come up, definitely going to win it. Yo, haven't we worked hard enough? You know, there's a thing called slavery. I don't know if you all heard of that shit. We work for free. Y'all still talking about fucking working 10 times harder? This is what's circulating around the black neighborhood. The black community. This is the reason why I know for you all that's calling these bomb threats and shit in these black colleges. I just sit down with me and I'll explain to you how you don't need to worry about white supremacy being at jeopardy or being jeopardized. Black people say this shit. I've heard this shit when I was young, and I know you all that are black have heard this shit when you were young, or even old. The black man, the black woman got to work 10 times harder than the white man in order to get where they got to go. Well, y'all are crazy. And you wonder why some of those black dudes out there selling drugs on the corner. You shun those black dudes. Those black dudes out there, and I'm not in agreement with it, but at the end of the day, why the fuck am I gonna bust my ass from 9 to 5 and get pennies? Well, I could go out in the corner and make thousands of dollars per week, if not more. Big Mama gets upset with seeing those black boys on that corner that has that mentality. Listen to this shit, yo. Because I don't think y'all be thinking. That's the problem. And that's another thing. Black people don't really think. Anyway, Big Mama is sitting there getting at these young boys selling drugs on the corner while she catching a bus to go to CVS, Walmart, Walgreens in order to get her prescription. Her drugs. Matter of fact, if she drives, she can go through the drive-thru. But it's totally legal for white people to do it, right? But it's illegal for black people to do it. That black man is out there selling weed in the street. It's totally illegal. It's black people that's getting locked up till this day. While in some states, it's totally legal for weed dispensaries. Yo, you ain't got to call in for no bomb threats, man. We are fucked up as a race. What more do you want us to, what? You already got your fucking foot on our necks. What else do you want? You want to have 2 feet on them? I don't understand. A woman think, I'm not going to even go there, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up. I can't even tell black people to arm up, stay dangerous, practice your Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Second Amendment right to bear arms. I can't even say that because ain't nobody listening to me. No one. So if you think that some college students are a threat, you're literally out of your mind. You're already a white devil in my mind. I'm just going to be real with you. Not all white people are white devils, but definitely the ones that wreak havoc in black communities, in our black communities are. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely got to be warped in your fucking head because like I told you before, and I say it again, like black colleges ain't teaching, they're not even teaching like entrepreneurship, like owning your own businesses. They're teaching black students they're rearing them to go into the work field. That's what they're doing. They're not teaching them to build your own stock market and shit like that. Come on, man. You got y'all are sick in the head, man. For real. And don't get it twisted. I went to a HBCU and I love these HBCUs. Prior to me even going to a black college, I used to be on college campuses like North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central University. And once you on those campuses and you see what goes on, I know definitely you're going to say that we ain't a threat. Because you know what we do? We party. When it comes to homecomings, I can vouch for it. I can attest to that shit. I'm getting drunk, tore up, smoking weed, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then through the weekday, when it's, regular days, we go to class and that's it. We mind our fucking business. Matter of fact, hell, shit, some of our black organizations want to be like you all. The fraternities and sororities. I'm still trying to understand how in the world you consider or call yourself as being a black Greek. Where the Greeks weren't nothing but pederasts. They had a love and affection for little boys. And true indeed, gay and lesbian, that shit existed way before the Roman and Greek culture. But they popularized that shit. That's definite. The Greeks were, and the Romans were some nasty motherfuckers. They even fucked animals. And this is not no shit I'm making up. This is some shit that you can, I've done way more research than that. But this is some shit that you can go to the National Geographic Channel or website and find out. That's the first time I heard about it in a couple years back. That's the first time I ever heard about pederasty. Some of y'all motherfuckers walking around here not wondering, y'all trying to figure out, well, why in the world I got to shave all my facial hair off while I'm working for the white man? That's because they used to have little boys as apprentices, their apprentice. And they would fondle them and do all the rest of that nasty shit with them. And that shit still resonates till this day. That's the reason why you got to be clean shaved. If you don't believe me, do your fucking research. Caesar cuts, this fade right here, and no facial hair. You want to be Greeks. See it? Yo, I love them though. I love black colleges, and man, I had my fun there. And I can tell you at the end of the day, black colleges ain't no threat, man. That plain and simple. And if you look at me as being a threat, I ain't one either. Yeah, I may have this. I may have my mouth as a weapon, pause. You know what I'm saying? but ain't nobody listening to me. Watch. This video right here, probably about 200 views. But let me do a video about Charlotte or some shit like that. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, Atlanta, some shit like that. Other than that, man, black people. I mean, it is what it is. I end it like this. Most black people don't even call themselves black anymore. Most black people don't even call themselves African American anymore. You know what they say? I'm an American. Anyway, man, you all that, you know what I'm saying, feel as though that your white world is just slowly but surely fading out. It's not. It's not. Black people are not no threat. That plain and simple. I could tell you that. And this ain't no fucking secret. Everybody knows that shit, except for you. You dumb motherfuckers that's calling in with these bomb threats. Dumbass. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, definitely share this video.